Hi everyone, I am back and I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to kind of just play around. So I took this canvas book I bought at the Dollar Tree. Here it is. It's a canvas pad book. And so for $1.25 you get 10 sheets. It's canvas. It says it's good for watercolors. Oh, sorry, oils and acrylics, not watercolors. What am I saying? Anyway, you can see here's the side you're supposed to paint on. Here's the back side. You can see it's linen. It's not just paper. Anyway, they are size 8 inches by 10 inches, supposedly. I didn't measure them, but that's what the thing says. So I'm just gonna believe it. And so then I taped off around the edges because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with it. So I thought, you know what? I'll just tape around the edges. And I have no idea what I'm going to do. Normally I come in with a plan. So today I wanted to just kind of mess around. And so I have like white and black and yellow and red and blue and some waters. And my plan was just kind of to be like, hey, I'm going to mess around. And I am going to really quickly, before we start, spray my extra palette. You know what? Maybe I'll spray my paper too. I have brushes here. Right now I have like a small brush, a little liner brush, and this brush, which I have cut down to make it kind of smaller previously because I don't remember what I was working on, but I made it smaller. I guess that would be like more of like a filler brush. And you know what I'm missing? Because I'm always missing stuff. I'm missing a rag. Let me get a rag. I have it over here. Okay. I got my rag for blotting. Just in case I should need it. I don't know that I'll need it, but you know. Good to have it. And I'm in a squeaky chair. It's a wooden chair. It's not comfortable to sit in. And I do that intentionally. I have a bad back. So one of the things I like to do is to sit in a chair that is not so comfortable that I forget I'm sitting so that I can get up and move around once in a while. Because otherwise I will forget that I need to move. So I know I said I didn't have anything really in mind, and I kind of don't. But what I wanted to go for was just kind of like a random mid-century modern kind of abstract-y something. I say mid-century modern, but I mean more like the colors of a certain era. You know? And I really should not do that. If I'm gonna take color, I should clean off my brush in between. I'm a naughty girl. That's naughty. I'm gonna mess up all my colors and then not be able to mix other things. The colors I have are blue and red and white and black. Because in theory, I should be able to make all of the colors from that. I was trying to make a green. I'm not liking the green. I'm going to add way more yellow. And I want to tone it down a bit, so I'm going to come in and grab a dash of red. Because in theory, the red should tone it down to make it brownish. Right? Right. In theory. And that is more olive toned than it was before. But it is not quite the color I want. I'm going to add some white. And again, and I should also warn you, I'm not wearing my glasses. So there's that too. I took my glasses off. Because I don't want to see all the little bits. And I wanted to kind of, thought about doing flowers. I said that already. Maybe I'll just squiggle. You can watch me doodle. And my idea is I'm just going to do one color at a time. And when I'm done with that color, I'm done with it. I'm not going to remake it. I might remake a similar shade, but I'm not doing it. So I'm just making colors I like, and I'm just gonna doodle. And then you guys get to watch me doodle. The next color I want to make is a very yellowy green. So I'm just going to throw some yellow in here, and that might be a bad idea. Because I don't know if this is too brown of a color, because I added that red. No, it's not. Okay, that's good. I'm kind of liking that. It's a very light green. I'm gonna come in here and swoop some of this green out of the white. And then before I paint with this light green, yeah, I think it needs to be more yellow. I want to make a pink, but I want it to be more like a hot pink as opposed to a light pink. And you know what else? I think I would be better off if I used my little carving tool to make colors. I'm gonna do some white, a little tab of red, and then I think I'm gonna need a drop of blue. And hopefully that doesn't make it too purple. That is not the color I was going for. That is a very nice, pretty rose. But still not the color I was going for. Kind of wanted it to be hot pink. How do you make it hot? No, if I add yellow, that'll make it orange. I think I do need to add a little more blue. Maybe it's the type of red you use. I don't know. That is definitely not hot pink. Am I gonna have to Google how to make hot pink? Maybe a little more white. Oh. Yeah, that's not quite the color I wanted. I wanted more vibrant. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll go with it. I don't think it's awful, but maybe because I added the yellow Did I add yellow? No, I didn't. Did I? I don't know. But I don't think that was the right color mix. And again, I don't know. I'm just trying to mix straights with curves and it's okay if they overlap, and it's okay if they don't make any sense. Because it's like a doodle. I am done with pink. I think the next color I want to go in with is a teal. And teal is a greenish blue. I'm saying teal, but probably more turquoise, right? Yes, I know. It might turn green. And if it turns green, it's fine. I could add more blue. I wonder if the blue I'm using is a bad blue to be mixing things with. Maybe it's got like a bit of, I don't think it's a true blue. Is it a true blue? I don't know. That is a pretty color. Green, and it is not as blue as I would like. But the blue is dark. In my opinion. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Maybe it's that blue that is causing everything. I bet it's got black in it or something. I don't think that's a true bluish hue. I think it's got some black in it. Which is causing all of my colors to have a gray tone. Okay, that's kind of an aqua, a turquoise color. You start staring at the colors long enough, and then you're like, oh my goodness. So decisions need to be made what I'm doing with this color. I'm definitely gonna need, besides the chartreuse and or the limey green, some other colors. I think I definitely want a brown, like a little beige brown. And maybe a red, but not a true red. Like, not that red. Like, under. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to go over or under right here. And I think under. I want a very light blue. I might need to get more white paint. And I think getting some white paint might be easier than trying to get white paint out of that. So there we go. Okay, so I want a light blue, very light blue. So I'm just gonna barely touch it in, barely come over here. That is not the light blue I want. That is definitely not the light blue I want. It's a good blue, don't get me wrong. but it is not a baby blue. Not the baby blue I wanted. Yep, that's the color I want. Or closer to the color I want. Okay, I'm not going to use that yet. Instead, I think I'm going to go in with my green here, because it's a very bold color. And I'm just going to... I might have to wait, because that's not dry. And it is streaking in my pink. So I'm just going to go heavy. Heavy on the green. Very, very heavy. And I'm just trying to fill in some of the places where it's kind of lighter. And I did kind of go out of bounds here, so I'm not going to redo my pink. So I'm just going to go in and do that. Make that pink line a little smaller. Because, yeah. Okay. And I like the idea of coming in here and going super heavy, because I didn't really go super heavy on the teal, and you can kind of see the white through it. So it's kind of like a good contrast to go in super heavy. And I am not worried if I end up with tape lines. Not worried at all. Good, let there be tape lines. Let there. I will do here. Oh, come on. I know you got more paint in that little thing. And I don't know if you can tell what I did there, but I did try to make it look darker and lighter by just how much paint I put. Okay, good. I got light blue. I want to make some brown real quick. So I'm glad that I have that square empty now. Because how do you make brown? You mix all the yucky colors together. And that definitely needs more yellow. And it might need more blue, because that is way too rosy. That I don't think is the brown I want. I'm gonna need more red, more blue, and definitely more yellow. Wow, that is a very blue color. We are not wanting blue. So we need more yellow and more red. And sometimes when I can't get a color to mix well, I take my cheap paintbrush, see it? And I use that. That is definitely not the color I was going for. That is a very purple color. And you know what? I kind of like it. You know, I do kind of like the purple. I do. I'm going to move some of that purple over, as a matter of fact. And I might add some water, some white to it and use it later. But for right now, that is not the color I was trying to make. So I'm going to use some yellow. And I'm going to try and get the color I was actually trying to make, which was brown. And that is a very ugly brown. See, that's why I'm suspecting that there's some black in my blue, because that brown is very and that's army. That is not the color I'm wanting. You know what? If it's army green, then I need to add red. That's coming out much better. Let me oh yeah, that's brown. That's yep. That is definitely brown. Okay. Now, where do we want to put some brown? Ooh. I just messed up. That's okay. I'm going to turn this to make it easier for myself. And I'm going to put some brown here. And then I'm going to put some brown right here through this gap. I know I'm twisting things, but I also know that you can still see, because I was smart and I finally put down the tape marks. So I know what's in camera and what's not, more or less. So I know you should be able to see, unless my camera did some crazy stuff, which that's possible too. has to be less and more of a straight line. Oop. So that wasn't really planned, but as I did it, I kind of went, hey, that's kind of cool. I like the idea of some random little shapes there. And I probably could have done more, but I don't want to. I'm not quite sure that this is coming out mid-century modern like I thought it would. I think it's coming out more very abstract. But I'm liking the colors. I'm liking the shapes. I'm liking the randomness. And I think I might end up leaving some of this white canvas, this negative. Okay. Then I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do that. And again, I kind of like the idea of just kind of random things, unplanned things. And I think I need a little more brown. So I'm going to put some brown here. And I think I'm going to make another one of those just kind of shapes. And I kind of like how it's a triangle, but it's being softened. So it's a pink triangle. Ooh. And then it's softened by like a hard color like brown. Because pink should be the softening color, shouldn't it? It should. Okay, so they're all kind of different. And then I still feel like I need something. So maybe I will make brown. The hard triangle there. Is that enough brown everywhere? You know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna make a circle here. Of brown. And a circle here of brown. And a little circle here that is off the page. And over here, we're going to pretend that that was brown. Okay. That is more than enough brown. Probably more brown than I originally was going to go with. I do want to add some light blue. And then I also want, I'm thinking about adding light purple, but I want to see what that color would look like. So I'm not sure how I feel about that purple. I like it in the dark. But here it just looks kind of sad gray. Let me add a little black. So instead of being a purple, now it's a purplish gray color. So my gray, instead of being a straight gray, is more to the purple side. Because you can make your gray to the red side, to the yellow side, well, to the brown side. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so I've got a gray. Okay, so I'm looking around, and the places that I feel, you know what, I'm gonna stop and I'll start again.